Dear you, I want to talk to you about the things you don't say out loud, the thoughts you let pass without stopping them, the feelings you name vaguely because naming them precisely would make them heavier. You've become very good at living on the surface of your days. You wake up, you move, you answer, you do what needs to be done. From the outside, it looks like balance. From the inside, it often feels like holding your breath just a little too long. You don't collapse, you don't fall apart, you don't break in ways that would justify stopping. So you keep going, and no one questions it, not even you. But there are moments when everything slows down for a second. In the shower, in the car, just before sleep. Moments when your mind drifts somewhere it doesn't usually go, and you feel that quiet ache, not pain exactly, but a longing you can't quite explain. A sense that something inside you is waiting. You've spent a lot of time being who you needed to be. For your family, for your work, for the version of yourself you thought you had to maintain. And somewhere along the way, you learned to minimize your inner world, not because it didn't matter, but because it felt inconvenient. You told yourself you'd listen later, when things calm down, when you have more space, when you're finally there. But life doesn't really work like that, does it? There is always something next, always another reason to postpone yourself. You don't talk enough about how tired you are, not physically, but mentally. The kind of tiredness that comes from thinking too much and feeling deeply, from replaying conversations, from imagining outcomes, from carrying possibilities that may never happen. You wonder sometimes if other people feel like this too. If everyone is quietly negotiating with their own thoughts, or if it's just you, slightly out of sync with the world. Let me tell you something gently. You are not strange for feeling this way. You are attentive. You are perceptive. You notice things about people, about yourself, about life, that others move past too quickly. That sensitivity you try to tone down, it's not a flaw, it's a depth. But depth needs space, and you haven't always given yourself enough of it. You're learning slowly that becoming yourself isn't about adding more, it's about shedding what no longer fits. Old expectations, old fears, old versions of success that never truly felt like yours. And yes, that process is uncomfortable. Because letting go means admitting that some chapters are over, even the ones you thought would last longer, even the ones that once made you feel safe. You may feel like you're standing in between worlds, not who you were, not fully who you're becoming, and that in-between space can feel lonely, undefined, unstable. But it's also sacred. It's where clarity begins to form. It's where honesty quietly takes root. It's where you stop living on autopilot and start listening again. You don't need to rush this. You don't need to have a clear plan. You don't need to turn your feelings into something productive or impressive. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is simply sit with yourself without trying to fix anything. You are allowed to want more. Not more noise, not more validation, but more alignment, more truth, more moments that feel like home inside your own mind. And if today all you can do is acknowledge that something in you is shifting, that's enough. You are not behind. You are not failing at life. You are paying attention, and that changes everything. Stay with yourself. You're closer than you think. With all my love, your inner voice.